Let me know the last time you felt inspired.
Last time I felt inspired was 2020. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as it was, like it was 2020. Just whether it was like losing people, that's one of them for sure. Because a lot of my music was semi like I releasing all those different traumas, different pain that I went through. But I would say just my young homies, just life. Everything in 2020, I've put it in my music. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that was the last time I was inspired because I dropped 2021 and basically was able to release all that. You know what I'm saying? Because get to the highlight, the nice parts too, to make the music. A little bit of both. So I would say just 2020 for sure.
As a year as a whole. I mean, hey, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
So for the listeners, my name is Josh Cobb with the Ironic Podcast. We are being joined by a VIP guest. I guess I go back with pretty far. It's been what?
Yeah.
Pretty much a decade at this point.
Dang.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Dang. That's tough.
Malik Curtis.
Yeah.
You might know him as Juice Lord. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let us know where we can.
My name is Malik Curtis. I go by Juice Lord. I'm an MC poet. Can I still call myself actor? I'm an actor. Yeah. Entrepreneur from St. Paul, Minnesota. I love hip hop. I love fashion. I love sports. I love a little bit of everything, man. And with my brother Josh. You know what I'm saying?
It's rare. It's rare when I get to see you, but it's always a good time, man.
Yeah, you know it.
You alluded to it. You make your music. I did a quick Google search for you before you got here. You've been dubbed as a hometown hero.
Yeah. That's what they saying.
Yeah,
man.
you out here really doing it, man.
That's what they saying.
But what the people don't know, I gotta slide this in
Go
here.
crazy. Let's see, get out
Because I credit myself for the beginning of your music career. Here's why.
Okay.
Take you back to freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
We playing basketball.
Yeah.
Coach Dusty.
Here he goes. I won, by the way.
No, Coach Dusty.
I won.
He making us do one-on-ones.
And he got violated.
What?
Yeah.
Malik.
I won, bro.
I vividly remember.
It's okay, man.
We was playing on the side hoop in the little gym at Jimmy Lee. And Dusty was at the end of that bench. You know that seat?
I won, though.
That Dusty.
You scored, yes. But I won.
You remember what he said?
What did he say?
He said, "Dang, Malik, why you letting Josh do you like that?"
Yeah, you were scoring, but who won?
Josh.
You didn't, though. I won. It's
We remember it different,
man.
but all I know is from that point on, I've seen a different trajectory in your life.
So Josh Cobb ended the basketball career of
I feel like I put the nail in the coffin. But I feel like it was great because you've been flourishing since then, bro.
I don't believe that. Because after that, I was playing AAU with grassroots. And still doing great. And to be honest, since you doing that, right, which is not true.
Yeah.
Both of us got railroaded in that. Both of us was juniors out there looking crazy, bro. Yeah, so I mean, hey, we both in the middle. So it's tough.
Man.
We both got railroaded in that jump.
Man, but so for the listeners, we go back to high school. But no, on the real, I seen the evolution from obviously being that hometown, like everybody known for football, basketball, to really putting on for the music scene here. Talk to me through that evolution from spoken word to your poetry, back to the black box.
I would say, I mean, bro, you was, me and Ariel was, really starting.
For sure.
Was there, you just all the guys. I think, what stopped me, because ninth grade, I was still motivated. I was still nice. I knew I was still nice. You know what I'm saying? 10th grade, I was still nice. But I would say, really, when when I realized junior year was when I realized, like, you know, I'm just done. I'm mentally checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like how Melo said he had felt like when, you know, he was getting booted. That's kind of how I kind of felt, but it was more of my love for it was, you know, and that drew before anything, before like even my talent. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, man, yeah, black box theater. Or to just get to because I was with Penumbra Theater as well. True Art Speaks. Those are two of the foundations that I think, you know, inspired me. And Black Box Theater, Adam had came to our school and signed us up, or you know, introduced Penumbra Theater, and then I think me and Lionel, we had ended up signing up. We was like the only people from Central that signed up for it, and that just gave me an outlook on what it is to be black. That's when Trayvon Martin, that's when we started seeing this reoccurrence of, you know, of us getting killed, you know, and I got into activism through that and my poetry from that. And then True Arts, it's a long journey, but I would say just as far as music, when I knew, like, yo, I was done, or that's what I wanted to do, what I'm doing now, is when we got the tickets to the Jay-Z
concert, yes.
Yeah, 2013.
Still one of the best. I think it's top 3 best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah, crazy. And, you know, I remember Lexi being there too. You know, she was with her school. And, that day was everything because like, I was already doing a little poetry here and there, and we was already freestyling at school and just joking around and stuff like that. So I knew that's what I wanted to do after that. And then I would say another moment was I think our senior year. We must have went to, it was after the HBCU tour and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking I'm going to go to Clark Atlanta. I come back, and all that inspiration we had got from that, bro, was just gone. Because you back to reality. Sometimes that's how you feel when you know, go out of town. You kind of like, dang, I'm back. Yeah. And you don't really use that energy to keep going. But I would say we had spring break, and I think either a week before our spring break or after, I went out to New York, and that's when I remember that. Yeah, I met DJ Premier. I had performed out in New York, and from there, you know, obviously senior this day, you know, I went to Sway in the morning instead of going to where everybody else went, and I just think from there, that's, you know, every year after that, just been gradual, you know what I'm saying, as a performer, as a writer, as, you know, my first song was a Chirac remix by Chief Keef. So, and working with James Franklin, he recorded both of my first songs. So yeah, like that, it's a lot, but I would say that moment was obviously the Jay-Z, you know, concert, you know, and just diving into the arts with True Art Speaks and Black Box Theater, and it's a lot that got me to that point alone. So now it's just a run of things, you know.
I remember those days. I remember you literally, because it was funny, because you literally would walk around with your UAs tied to the backpack. And that shifted as you're talking about the Jay-Z concert. I'm literally putting a timeline in my head because that literally shifted from instead of the UAs being on your hip, it was a composition book.
Started bringing a notebook, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I did tell myself I was going to do, I was going to finish football out, you know, and I played my senior year. And I think the only thing that set me back in two-a-days, I mean, football was not going to two-a-days, you know, but I always ended up playing. But like, if you don't go to two-a-days and you don't, like, you know, work, you know what I'm saying, on your craft, like even with basketball, I don't think it was that, you know, I was less talented or anything, but I didn't really want to work for it, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of losing love and inspiration for it, you know what I'm saying? Because when I play AU, I'm working, but when I get to Central, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it ain't that you less talented, it's just the system was different. And truth be told, I don't think all the time it was always like hoop. You know, I felt more basketball, I felt like football down there. You know what I'm saying? So when we play against these other teams that are just really playing, you know,
for the love,
basketball, and like whether it was they fundamentally sound, they still hooping. You know what I'm saying? And I felt restricted at Central for sure. But you know, I can't blame it on them. You know, I always put it on me, and that's why I go so hard in music and whatever I do now, because like I know that feeling of being so talented and all that, and you know, not getting to where you think, you know, you could, you know, be with it, you know.
Not reaching your max potential.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's, you know, that's what that is for sure. That's you know, saying, I'm sure you feel the same way, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you go hard and, you know, media and you podcasting, you know, like, you gotta, like, it's not that, like, these are our only ways to end up being successful, but this is what we love to do, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to let that love, you know what I'm saying, run away from us now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Exactly. I want to talk about, you talk about the evolution of you first leaning into your art. Yeah. We got some projects. We got some projects. 5 for 5 EP, 6 for 6 EP, Spread Love. Talk to me about the moment you picked up the composition book, the moment we went to the Jay-Z concert, to Spread Love. Like how have you evolved overall as a man? Like what do you feel like the areas that like you've grown the most?
Say that again.
From the moment that you decided that you were going to pursue music, from your EPs to your latest drop.
So we speeding it up, not like high school.
Yeah, just all.
Cause man, I didn't drop. The crazy thing about it, you know, from senior year and all that to even like my first year in St. Paul College, and all I ever did was really, like, my first video I dropped was Growth. And that was the spark of everything, because, like, it was that transition from people slowly, because people still knew me mainly for basketball and just sports and just being that kid hooping on the park and all of that. So it was still hard to for people to see me as what I was becoming and becoming an artist, or even like that transition from, it was still a transition from people talking to me as a poet to actually being a rapper, MC. Yeah. And I would say that video was like, oh, that's Lil Malik. Okay. Yeah. And then that's when I started getting the scene in 2017, went to South by Southwest, and, you know, I started getting more shows after that. I interviewed Mr. Peter Parker. Yeah. And from there, you know, really just getting out there more and getting in the scene. I'm young in the scene, and, you know, so all right, so what's the other part of the question?
Just overall, like, how do you feel like you've grown?
Man, I feel like I've grown. Well, 5 for 5, 2019, that's my first EP, and, you know, even that process was crazy, because, you know, I've had so many times in music where I've been off and on or just not consistent with dropping. And that year I started to get with more producers and sending me stuff, and then everything finally just aligned. Yeah. And I dropped my first EP. 6 for 6 was from 5 for 5 to 6 for 6. It was just the evolution of me, just my perspective, my bars, my songwriting, and also linking up with Sam. And this is 2020, so this is that was last year. Yeah, this is 2020, and bro, like, you know, obviously the first day, you know, we lose Lexi, Alajay, and that was just, you know, went from partying and waking up in the morning to a message, you know, from the homie Lamar, and bro, like, you know, just not, energy just drained. Like, you know, New Year's Day.
Yeah, and, you're literally coming into the new year.
And man, I would say that messed me up for at least 20 days. So at the same token, I get offered to open up for Jizza from Wu-Tang. And Kobe dies that month. So I would say the top of January, or late, not top, but the late January and early, you know, first week and a half of February, Sam is hanging out a lot. I'm hanging out with Cam, hanging out with them, and we just started creating it. What we basically, the idea we came to do was highlight where I'm from, highlight where we're from, because, you know, I always rep St. Paul, Lexington,
sure.
I always rep St. Paul, all of that. And basically we went to 6 different locations throughout the city, and we set out to make these places, they're landmarks to us, but they're not landmarks to people outside of Minnesota, or even in Minnesota, people that just don't know the culture of Minnesota. Maybe they're moved
and
here
I loved it. Hickory Hut.
Yeah,
yes.
bro. So just highlighting those different places and making them landmarks and making them last forever, because things always changing. So as you see, Big Daddy's Barbecue gone.
Yeah.
You know, that development without displacement sign that was graffitied on the wall. That whole little thing is gone, and now they're building all these different, you know, places that truthfully I feel ain't for us, and that's what 6 for 6 was. And I think through all of that, as far as just evolution as a man, that whole process was just, you know, just a lot. And, you know, being with my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like my cousin Bajan, you know, he was a part of that process as well. And losing
him.
Just everything we did, you know, he was with me. And 2 days before, you know, he died, we shot a video to my joint loved ones. And he was in the video, and that was kind of like this, damn near like the send-off. It was like I took my cousin on a tour through the city.
Victory lap.
For him, you know, and bro, you know, I would say just all of that, just that whole year of just loss, man. That's why I said 2020 inspired me, because it was a lot of pain that inspired these thoughts, that inspired the need of wanting to get to better thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So I would say all of that just gave me more perspective, gave me more layers as a man, you know, so, yeah, bro.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I told you I prepared something for you.
Uh-oh.
So, and you segue perfect to it. You talked about your growth video.
Yeah.
I think, for me, my favorite thing you've ever put out as an artist.
Yeah.
I know it's old. I
Yeah,
know you've had plenty of stuff that you've done after that. You've grown.
Yeah.
But you literally shot out the gate with kind of setting the tone.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, you get an element of, you obviously can see your spoken word background, your poetry background, your rapping, the visual element. Like, it all came together.
Yeah.
So I picked, since 2016, I picked three bars that I wanted just to read in front of you. Okay. And I just wanted you to just dissect
them?
Just dissect them. Just dissect them.
Let's see.
So I'm going to start off with growth.
All right.
So you start off, you say, I've been helping everybody, but I haven't helped myself. As I look in the mirror, I'm ashamed of myself. 20 years old, I can't bring a thing to the shelf. I've been feeling so alone since a kid. I've had a dark space in the back of my dome. I try to find peace, but it's hard to find that when you can't sleep chasing these dreams.
I think I only got me. I done fell and got left by people that say they love me, dog. All right, okay.
So talk to me about that, because you talk about how you've gained perspective.
Yeah.
And obviously,
them are one of the most like man, that was a time when, you know, like, just everything, man. I think all of those years was just when I turned 20 or around there, like when I felt like my back was against the wall, because it's like I'm trying to prove myself that I'm worthy of the attention, the respect, you know, and you know, when people see you for or know you for what they know you for, it's hard to see you as someone that's trying to evolve. And like, even like say you, right? Like you're doing media, bro. You've done all kinds of stuff. Final Four, just everything. Your evolution, bro. Like it's hard. Like, bro, it's hard for people that went to school with you and everything. Like you was already on that stuff. You was just still in your shell. You know what I'm saying? I always told you that you know you could do it. You just gotta, you know, you gotta get comfortable. You gotta And now, bro, I'll be watching. I'll be like, oh, look at this dude, man. This dude is speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like fluently. You know, when like you know how when you started, how when we both started this path at the same time, pretty much. You know, and you doing it now. And but I would say back to it. It was like, you know, say the bars again. My bad.
No, you're good.
And yeah, say the bars.
I've been helping everybody, but I haven't helped myself.
Okay. Got it. Just like I'm I'm a giving person. I'm an outgoing person. You know, I spread love, right? And and sometimes like you know, you just helping out people and doing for people, and people don't. Not that people don't do for me, because a lot of people have done for me. I didn't do half the stuff I've done just by myself, but I know I worked for them opportunities for people to actually want to help me. So I would say just, you know, I mean, a lot of times dysfunction within family and friends that you grow up with and all of that, and you feeling like you're in the middle because people still need you, people still believe in you, people still want you for certain things, different things, and, you know, it's draining. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you still fighting to do that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of that, man, it's like you gotta find the peace in it, and the peace has always been, well, since became my main poetry and music became my main outlet. Those are my outlets, and that's how I woosah. That's how I let it out. And sometimes even like, you know, we party and all that, and all the time, all the parties and everything we've been to. That wasn't always the best ways to deal with it either. Obviously, it's still not sometimes. But yeah, that's where that comes from. You know what I'm saying? That came from when we were just starting to go out to Aqua and all of that, and I'm promoting and all this stuff, and you know, everybody rocking with me while I'm doing that. But I stopped doing that for a little bit, and that whole little lane of being a promoter didn't go my way and all that, and then people stop hitting you. You know, the actions ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I kind of felt alone, and that's where them bars, you know, came from.
Two things with that. One, when I heard that, especially the fact that you started off the song with that, I felt that.
Yeah, all this clubs.
I felt it, and I was just like, this is literally what I'm feeling. This is literally what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
So you don't know this, but that's why I started pressing you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, because I saw that, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, whatever he's gonna drop, it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be solid. So I remember I would hit you up. Like I see you post about in the studio. I'd be like, where the album at? I was like, we need it.
That's why I told you. That's why I wrote you when I dropped the album. Like, got the album. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, them EPs were EPs, but you was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
well, 6 for 6, I think it kind of changed because the music was just better. You like, oh, okay. Yeah. So you ain't really say that. Yeah. But then, so when I did the album, I'm like, album. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you was talking about, album. You know, I was dropping an EP, like, all right, that's cool. First one was all right, and then 6 for 6, because it was more than just, you know, just a few songs. It was a whole concept of it and everything. So you probably all right. Yeah. I can't say nothing. And then I came with the album, and I told you, did the album. You know, I reached out to you because I know you was always on me about the album, and not even just you, just several people just always wanted me to do a full project, you know, and I delivered that. Man, we had the release show, 150 plus people up in there. And man, bro, performed the whole album. Next month, did a whole hour with a live band. So it's like I'm going the distance to the point where like these 20-minute, 15-minute sets are just easy, you know, because I'm vocally there, my breathing's there, and I'm just there, you know, now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why, you know, when I dropped that, I hit you. So yeah, bro,
for sure.
That's crazy.
I wanna go forward 2 years, 2018. The World Is Mine.
Oh man.
Life is war. Life is pain. Life is bet on yourself so you can be ahead of the game. When seasons change, the only option is to grow through it. Get off your ass, do the math, and run a mile for it.
Yeah, that's another extension of growth because, life is a metaphor for many things. Life is a war because it's like, like in war, war always happened and, peace usually came after it. You know what I'm saying? So the war is you trying to figure yourself out. You trying to, it's an ongoing war. It's, dealing with people, learning how to deal with people. You in media, so you got to face a lot. Just like how, artists got to face a lot within the industry. It's both of them, coincide.
Yeah.
And it's a war. It's the art of war. So I learned that. Reading Sun Tzu and those war tactics that were put, but you translate those from not physically, but mentally. All of it's mental. What we doing is mental, and from most times, because we're passionate about our people, we're passionate about our art and what we want to present. So it comes from the soul, and that's where that came from. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, yeah, man, and the world is because the world isn't just Minnesota.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been trying to realize that, the town gonna love me, but it's like the world is bigger than Minnesota, so it's like that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Man. You just gotta get to it. Get after it. You know what I'm saying? To say the least,
So I want you to keep both of those bars in mind when I read this last one, because when I first heard this, I was just like, okay, he's there. Whatever zone he was reaching for, he's there. So you intro the Spread Love tape with Feel So Right. And you say, I gotta do my thing, and I must evolve. Feel so right when I release these thoughts. There's more to the surface. Over the years, we watched the earth twist. But through the turmoil, I did it all. I found my purpose.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, that's the polished version of growth. That's the polished version of growth, and it feels so right to release these thoughts, just, therapy in a sense. That's what that song was for me. And just all of those sessions, like recording with the young homie E06, he graduated from Central as well. And we was just in his house, just locked in. That beat was from the homie E06. Most beats, and then E06 added production to it. Both of these dudes are young dudes, and one is from Fresno, lives out in Fresno. And then E06, went to Central, and he's actually at USC now. He's a freshman at USC for the music program. And man, little bro, we just basically created like some dungeon family type stuff. Just everybody that was like all over there. We was creating so many records, like 2 albums worth of music, and then you add features and just everything. Just a lot of it was just, notebook. Like I had notebooks filled from the 6x6 stages and all of that, and then songs like when I got new notebooks. So like between like 3 notebooks, that's where a lot of the Spread Love work and my other album, came from. So but it feels so right, like to release all those thoughts from not only 2020, all the years building up to 2020 with people, that I grew up with, not being cool with me, somewhat being in the middle of the shit, and having to, deal with that, and then, lose my cousin, we lose all these people, our homies back to back, Deshaun, Devin, just all these people, like, it feels so good to really, it's more to the surface. Over the years, we watched the earth twist. Through the turmoil, I did it all, and I found purpose, and my purpose was, after Lexi died, right, I started coaching at the YMCA, and that's when I'm like, damn, like everything that our coaches and a lot of coaches been coached for 20 plus years. It's because of, you know, kids like us, you know what I'm saying, that grow up to be something, and you got some kids who get caught in the system, and you come across so many different people, different young individuals, and I saw that brought me peace, really, you know, not just the music, coaching kids at the Y from basketball to flag football, that was bringing me peace through the COVID and everything, you know what I mean? After my cousin died, my parents had caught COVID, and my pops almost checked out of here. So all of that, right? And started coaching flag football, and then started working with SPPS, and was working at, and I even stopped working at Highland Elementary. I was working in the cafeteria, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the kids love me, bro, you know, because of me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, I still, like, you know, you have kids that talk to you crazy, I talk crazy to them back, you know what I'm saying? So I'm clown with them, but these kids love me, and I'm not there anymore, but, you know, they wanted me to be the teacher assistant, but I just know, you know, what comes with that, and, you know, the focus you gotta have, and then, like, being where I'm at in my career now, like, yeah, I gotta go for the guts, though, you know, to try to make this thing, you know, a real thing. So, yeah, Feel So Right is just you know, it's an extension, a growth, just in a different time period. I'm older now, and it's like, you know, gotta make things happen now more than ever. So, yeah, them joints, that joint right there, bro, is like, I love that record. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really a big woosah record, like Growth was. But now it's like Feel So Right, and yeah, it's just different, you know, for sure.
I think from growth to Feel So Right, and just seeing that evolution, I'm just guessing, but I'm assuming it's right. It's been cathartic. It's been spiritual for you.
Yeah.
And you said you found your purpose. Talk to me about that. Like, that's powerful. Because through your journey, I feel like through your music, through you, I feel like I see a lot of parallels through my journey. Like, you talk about how, like, from your brothers from growth, I was going through a lot of the same thing. Even to Feel So Right, finding your purpose. Like, I've been on a journey trying to find, you know, my purpose, my existence in this world, and trying to pour that in through my art, through my content, you know? Talk to me about that.
Man, like, you know, as far as purpose, man, it's a cute word, but it's so real, right? I think through our journey of just being an avid, for one, being what was it, mentees? You know what I'm saying? And then actually, you know, but, you know, the thing about when we were supposed to be the mentors, bro, we were too close in age.
Yeah.
So bro, and them good things, we'd all be laughing and joking and clowning, and that's one thing but the dopeness, you know, even though all of us did clown, and we ended up with, like, 9 people, you know what I'm saying? All of us that's in there, you know, was in there, we all doing our thing in some way, shape, or form, you know, and that's the dopeness about it. Even though we joked around, I wish we didn't, but we all doing our thing somewhat, you know, and purpose, man, the kids, that became a purpose, you know, to you know, like, even, like, you know, the music we listen to a lot of similar music. We listen to Neo Soul, we listen to just people with real content that rubs off on us, and our experience and what we've seen, like, you know, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, just all of that, and then just seeing how, we're not blinded, it's literally everything that's going on, it's in front of our faces.
Right. And
all of that is purpose, because at the end of the day, it's like what Nina I always bring up this quote from Nina Simone, like, you know, about, like, you know, how, like, your art should reflect the times, you know, and if it's not reflecting the times, in a sense, to paraphrasing, like, you're doing a disservice. We're doing a disservice if we ain't, and it ain't like we gotta be, you know, the most righteous individuals at all, but having some substance to yourself is gonna take you take you further. You know, it's gonna make you feel good about yourself when you, like, I remember as a kid, you know, being at Webster, and I was Mr. Baker. You know, I call him Mr. Baker, but they call him Bake Show. He's a DJ at KMOJ, and they had us in a program where, you know, just all these young kids, and then me, and we had us singing "I Believe I Can Fly." They had us singing Nas "I Can," and that song has always stuck with me.
It's powerful.
You know, and you know, eventually when I get into hip hop and more into hip hop as I got older, he became my favorite rapper ever, and people, even Kendrick, and me knowing I was impacted by that, like, and when I got into it, I noticed that kids and people even my age was impacted by the things I say. So that became that's where the purpose came in, and then obviously just seeing kids, you know, younger people grow up and look in your family, you know, to look up to you, like it's possible to be something. You send my little cousin love me to death, you know, like I basically, for Spread Love, I took all my little cousins to Central, and we did
I saw that, yeah, the shoot.
Yeah, the shoot, you know, so we had all of them on the steps and took them to ice cream, and I took them to, you know, 2 scoops of ice cream, and had all of them eating ice cream, my cousin on my mom's side, my dad's side, and seeing all their faces lit up and all like that, that's the purpose, you know what I'm saying, to hopefully, you know, see several of them like grow up and do what they want to do and excel at it, you know. That, I think that overall is where the purpose I think lies, you know. I think that's where my purpose lies. So I mean, even if I'm making music about, you know, just any other different things, you know, overall though, like my purpose is to inspire, you know, because I was inspired by artists. We were inspired by artists, and to do our thing. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's that, for sure.
That's big.
For sure.
You create music, you make music. I know that for me, for someone that also creates content as well, you can get in a rabbit hole of obsessing over how people receive it.
Right.
When did you get to a point, or if you are at a point, when did you get to a moment where you're just like, hey, this music is a piece of me, I'm releasing it, I don't care how it's received, I want y'all to love it, but this is for me. Like, when did you get to that point of being unbothered in that?
I would say 6 for 6, because like the approach I took was so different than anything I've seen in the city. And I knew the people that gonna relate is gonna relate. And even with Spread Love, I think 6 for 6 and Spread Love is where, you know, I just, you know, I've always just put out different songs here and there and all of that, and sometimes I cared about how I was perceived musically and everything, but with 6 for 6 and Spread Love, I just know what I'm doing is dope. That's all. That's where, you know, that's where I got out the rabbit hole. I think the rabbit hole that I've been in hasn't even necessarily been music. It's just been me having how people see me, you know what I'm saying? Like Malik, or, you know, that's been more of the rabbit hole. The music is doing its thing, and the music is me. But as far as how people see me, being the one that everybody go to, everybody reach out to, everybody want to have fun with, everybody now want to get you on this show, they want to feature. Yeah. That is the thing where I'm kind of like, where you kind of, you know, trying to find that balance in everything is where is going to be the turning point for me, is when I find the ultimate balance. And like now I'm starting to say no to a lot of things. Before I didn't say no because I always wanted opportunities for people to see me and perform. And that's what got me to where I'm at now. And now I'm trying to shake off that habit because saying yeah all the time is not good. Like you'll notice when you get to a spot, you're like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? You could be home in the studio, you could be home mapping out your script, you could be thinking about who you want to interview next. You could be, you know, just all these other different things. And I think, you know, I'm starting to find the power in the word no.
With a period at the end.
Yeah, with the period at the end. Yeah. And it, you know, and I guess, I mean, but even like, you know, you deliver it how you deliver it. And unfortunately, everything is just, people are sensitive to everything. I couldn't imagine being a comedian. People are sensitive to a lot of different stuff. So I mean, sometimes you walk on ice with people, but no, you say it how you want to say it. If you want to spare people's feelings, but overall, the balance is to get across what you need to get across. And if they feel a way about it, they feel a way about it. If they hate you for it, then they ain't rocking with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, you know, they taking it personal. You know what I'm saying? But then that goes because a lot of people have never been told no. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that hurt comes from. You get told no, or, you know, you get rejected, or just anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where I'm at. Well, that's the rabbit hole of you know, how people see me, you know, and stuff like that. You know, if I made that right.
No, for sure. No, you answered it for sure.
Yeah.
We're coming up on time, so I gotta ask you one last question.
All right.
For you, when you're wanting to create, when you're just in your element, what keeps you grounded, as a man, as an artist?
When I'm in that zone.
Yeah. What keeps you grounded?
Man. I would say, man, just my experiences, just throughout my life. My parents, dog. You know, just everybody. A lot of people I grew up. Not everybody, because you know, a lot of people don't have that effect on me anymore. Certain experiences have that effect on me, and I think that's what keeps me grounded, because you know, it's so easy to get on your high horse about a lot of things. And a lot of people believe I should be on my high horse. Sometimes I dim my light for other people, and that's what I'm trying to stop doing. Because if people are uncomfortable with your, like what Lauryn Hill say on the album, talking about great hurt, you know, not, what she say, it's something, it's basically, she said, like, it's like a sin to walk in greatness. You know what I'm saying? Greatness is always being critiqued. Greatness is always, you know, I gotta dim my light because you
Insecure about your.
Because you're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't keep doing that no more, for sure. You know, because I'm already a laid back and chill person for the most part. You know, when I ain't having fun, like I'm outgoing for sure, but for the most part, I let people do their thing and boast about themselves, because I ain't never had to do that to get attention or anything. I've always been someone people have gravitated to, you know, and just you know, stopping and dimming my light for people, you know, that's what, you know, in the experiences keep me grounded. Where I'm at keeps me grounded, because I haven't made it yet. But then again, what is making it, right? You know, making it. A lot of people make it to be the richest and the most wealthiest and all that, but then at the core of them, they messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the people they probably wanted to be with them ain't there, and that's the thing too. You know, realizing that, or Nip say, everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at now. Just everybody, I can't save everybody. And what do you need? Do you just want to be on the ride? Do you want to add to something? You know, it's just a lot. And when you grow up around so many different groups of people, that's always, and you're a giving or caring person, you're not an asshole or anything all the time, that's the hard factor, of, trying to see people's intentions and stuff like that. But, I would say what keeps me grounded and not snapping on people and everything is my experiences and, just how I grew up and how I saw people grow up and people that grew up with me, man, because it's in not even, using the word humble, but just being yourself. Humble is a word that has a lot of layers to it, and I think people need to dissect that, and that because that word ties into them in your life as well. Like, no, you're a king, no, you're a queen. Be what you are. You know what I'm saying? Be great. Don't dim your light, and try your best not to step on nobody or overstep on somebody because they're not you. Just be yourself, man, and the good's gonna come to you, and a lot of different people are gonna filter themselves out. So I would say all of that. That's what keep me grounded, and past experiences of not going to where I was supposed to go in sports and all of that. That keeps me grounded, and the future opportunities keeps me grounded, to say the least. But,
Dope. I gotta stay consistent.
Yeah.
I have to ask you. I know we just got Spread Love.
Yeah. All right.
When's the next one?
Well, I'm working on a deluxe. So
Okay.
adding 6 more songs of the Spread Love. My goal is to get a couple visuals done. I got a Feel So Right video that I actually shot. I'm just waiting for the big bro Baby D to deliver that so we can drop that. And and then I'm working on a project with my bro Most Beats and trying to curate, just more events where I'm displaying my art and where I'm displaying other people's art. And it's a lot going on. But overall, right now, it's just trying to find balance, trying to, just get really, really organized and really just structured because, there's no way you can just keep rising and your shit not all the way together.
Yeah.
So that's where we at right now, for
Cool.
sure.
Lastly, before we go, let them people, the viewers, the watchers, let them know where we can find your music.
Man, you can find me on Instagram, Hammer Time Juice, Twitter. Poetry is reality because I believe it's still reality. Man, those 2 apps you could find me on a lot, and I'm on all streaming platforms. I got music videos, a few music videos on YouTube, interviews on YouTube, and shoot, we outside. We outside, man. You know what I'm saying? And this guy right here, man. What you doing though is dope, bro. And y'all need to make sure y'all tap in. How do I pronounce it again?
Ironic.
All right, yeah, because I was definitely trying to figure out how I pronounce Ironic Podcast, man. It's a high level rap conversations, and not rap, but just conversation that's needed. And man, don't stop moving like a squirrel, man. Just sit still, pay attention. Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Malik, thank you for coming on.
You know it.
And also I want to also thank. I don't want to let you go without letting you know. I appreciate you. Obviously being vulnerable in your music, but just letting me bring up some of your bars and talking this over with me and talk about your growth, your evolution.
Bro, it's true. I don't like people like that, man. So of course you got to. Why not? No problem, bro. It's only up, bro.
Respect.
You did.
Well, yeah, you heard him. This is the Ironic Podcast with your host Josh Cobb. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. We'll be back again in a couple more weeks with another drop. But until then, stay safe, stay black.
And we outside.
Stupid.
Yeah. Get after it. Physicality.
Copy print, we good?
Copy print.
Hey,
Let's
hey.
run.